Hello there and welcome to a new video again. In the previous video I showed you the spindle for my homemade milling machine, which I made by myself. Please make sure to watch that video as well, I will link it in the info cards. I decided to show you the CAD drawings of all the parts that I made for this spindle, including the two-dimensional files that are necessary if you want to make the parts yourself on a lathe. If you're interested in these free plans, please check the description of this video. I will probably put a link there to where you can download the 3D and 2D files. You are now looking at the coil. This part will accept 3 bearings, 2 in the bottom end and 1 at the top. It also has a 5mm slot for a set screw to prevent it from turning, and a gear rack which I added on a lathe using a forge jaw, but it can also be done on a mill. This is the female tapered part, the most complicated part of the whole assembly. I decided to make this into two parts. The bigger bottom end with the dogs has been made separately and joined to the other part with a press fit. You can make this as one part as well. This component will fit inside the quill and is secured using a circlip. Here you can see the male taper that will hold milling cutters or a drill chuck. My plan is to make more of these when the machine is in use. The rotational movement is transferred by the taper and the bottom end of this part, which will fit in between the dogs on the female taper. As any sideways pressure from milling will break the conical fit and eject the taper, it is secured by a M8 cap head bolt, acting as a drawbar. This is one part of the square drive. I also created a video on making this, which will be linked in the info cards as well. This part is pressed onto the female tapered part and has a hole through the center to allow tightening or loosening of the cap head bolt using a hex key. Note that the cap head bolt cannot be removed when this part is installed due to the tight space I had to work with. I don't expect this to be an issue. This is the older part of the square drive. The inside of this part is partially square to drive the male square. I added a circlip groove, but it might not be necessary as the drive pulleys will be locked onto this part using a set screw on the flat spot you can see. This part also fits two bearings. This is the assembly of all the components. I've given each part a different color, so you can clearly see where all the parts are. I did not include any tolerances in the drawings. You can decide by yourself if you want a press fit, shrink fit, or just use Loctite. Maybe not. In the parts list you can see all the components with quantity and a specified material. These materials might not be relevant for this application, so just ignore them for now. Thanks for watching, a like or subscribe would be highly appreciated. Make sure to check the description if you want to download these files, and until next time, goodbye.